Welcome to the Simply Incredible podcast. I am Daryl, a.k.a. The D, here with T. Rizzle Troy Champney.
I'm back, brother.
And special guest all the way from Roanoke in his monthly appearance, JP Z Inc.
I'm here for the November cast. What's up?
November.
The no cast.
The No Cast.
November podcast to remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
So, anything exciting going on since last week?
Man, we got a lot of stuff that happened this weekend. Well, I know that you're the Cubs fan, and
I'm a Mets fan.
I know you're a
but
Cubs
I'm
fan.
pulling for the
You
Cubs.
see me trying
Uh-huh.
to throw them
Yeah,
under the
yeah.
bus.
There's the bus and the
I'm
wheels on
going to
the
back
bus
it
go
up.
round and round
I'm going
over
to pull
me.
up on you again. I know you're a Cubs fan, but I know you're pulling for the Cubs in the
Holy
series.
cow!
And with a 3-1 lead, right? These other guys had on
Yeah,
Cleveland had on
They had
Chicago.
a 3 games to 1.
And last night they're turning it around.
Yep.
So what is it? 3-2 now? in
It's
this
3-3
series?
now.
It's 3-3.
Tonight, we're recording on Wednesday. Tonight is the last game of the series.
I did not know that. Oh.
7th game, winner take all.
We're going to have an exciting World Cup champion.
What? This is not women's soccer. So you
I know
have-
nothing.
You have nothing to say. And so, you made me forget.
Good. Moving on.
Cleveland has not won a World Series since 1947, and Chicago not since 1908.
Wow.
So there's going to be a team really happy and a team like, man, I am still stuck.
Breaking
You
records.
are really pulling for Chicago, though.
I am.
I am, too.
I am.
You don't care one way or the other.
I hear they have good
For
pizza
the
up there.
record, Troy's presidential candidate is a Cubs fan.
Ah.
Who is it?
Mine?
Your presidential candidate?
Oh, Trump, dude.
No. Bill Murray.
Bill
oh,
Murray.
Bill Murray.
Did you guys hear he sung, like, Take Me Out to the Ball
Yeah.
Game?
Well, every time since Harry Carey passed away, they have a celebrity do it.
Yeah.
And he did one. Vince Vaughn did one.
Vince
one
Vaughn.
of the worst actors in the history.
Oh,
of
my
the
God. You don't
world.
like Vince
You don't
Vaughn?
like Vince?
Dude, I mean, okay, if I do the exact same job every single time,
It is
there
the
you go.
exact same.
Yeah.
But I eat it
Dude,
up
he
every
played
time. He's
Psycho,
awesome.
And he was still like the same snarkly dude.
Dude, when he
I
goes off
hate
on
it.
his rants and just starts spitting out all kinds of gibberish, I love it.
My
I eat
favorite
it up.
one was when
Yeah.
it was in the breakup, and he goes, "That's right, baby, I can do this like Lionel Richie all night long about the fight."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's a good one."
And Eddie Vedder,
Yep, I
huge
saw
Cubs fan.
saw him
So he was
doing
there
one.
Cool.
doing that. And from what I understand, he's a pretty good singer.
I actually saw Bill Murray. I think it was last night or the night before,
Mhm.
on Zombieland.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dude, I
that was
love
so
it.
awesome. And spoiler, he got killed. In
You
that.
know what? I hate that they did that,
It's one of the things I hated, but it was still cracking me up as he
killed
was
that
dying.
dude. With that whole 10-minute last
Yeah,
breath, and
yeah.
they're like, "Now he's gone," and then you see him. But I hated that. I was like, the coolest thing in the world, if you're in a zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
is that you run into Bill Murray
Yeah.
and he's, "Hey, my mansion is still pristine. It's well stocked. We can be here forever, and I'm the coolest guy you could ever hang out with for eternity."
and
then
he's,
you die.
And he's painted up like a zombie.
I know.
So you're like, maybe he really is a zombie.
Ah, that was cool.
Let me go pretend to be a zombie against the
movie.
armed guy.
I also
hilarious.
100% can sympathize with Woody Harrelson's character. I would be on a mission for the last Twinkie, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you,
hilarious.
people would die.
Got
if
a
they got
truckload of
between me.
snowballs.
You know when they were eating, when they found that it was the snowballs and they didn't grab all of them anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's nobody making food
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah, and he just got mad and started throwing them.
You need to eat every one of those
That was
snowballs
hilarious.
and die of cancer with a smile on your face. Okay, hey, what else was this weekend?
I had a cool little moment this weekend. I went to Mission Barbecue just to eat over the weekend. And if you guys don't know what Mission Barbecue is, it's like this little place where they have like pulled pork, barbecue, stuff like that. And they donate a little bit of the proceeds to the Wounded Warrior Project.
I like it already.
I do too. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
So I was going in there, and vets come in, they get discounts or free food or whatever. So we were in there, and it was a guy's
You,
birthday.
Troy.
I'm going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a guy was in there, he was having his birthday, and you go to any chain restaurant, you see the people coming out, they're gonna do something like on the count of three, everybody say yeehaw or
Gosh,
something like that.
one kills me, dude. I hate that.
They all came out. This 92-year-old World War II combat veteran was sitting there.
Who?
Awesome.
We all stood up, stopped what we were doing, sang the full happy birthday song to that man. He had tears in his eyes. I was like, this is a moment. This is
That is
awesome.
I'm gonna
awesome,
say this
dude.
right here. That's better than my weekend right there.
That is.
I went to Virginia Comic Con,
Ah.
and that story right there beats mine. I
Yeah.
just bought a bunch of comics.
Dude, all right.
Yeah, we all gave him
Dude,
an
you suck.
ovation and
I
everything.
know, right? I feel like
And he was a
jerk.
picture of health for 92 years old. I mean,
You should have viral videoed that
Yeah.
thing, man. That would have gone. That would have
Yeah.
been a great one.
That would be.
that was good. Had a little teenager. He went over there and got his autograph and stuff. And you think maybe that's kind of cheesy, but
Nope.
he's a actual living World War II veteran. There's not many of them left.
That dude can say,
Stan Lee.
when I was alive, I fought the Nazis.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So to have a autograph from somebody like that,
That
they're
is
not.
Captain America. Good
Yeah.
stuff there,
That
Josh.
is awesome.
That was good. That was a good
Plus-
little moment.
Plus, we got some good barbecue, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was delicious.
Is that a good place to go? Would you say yeah?
Oh yeah, I get a hankering for that all the time. We gotta go in there.
Uh-huh.
You guys ever watch that thing? What is it? Pit Masters?
Mm-hmm.
Barbecue
Mhm.
Masters?
Yeah.
Connor and me laugh about this constantly. One day, it was a Saturday. It was raining. There was nothing, that we had planned. We were just hanging out all day, and all of a sudden, he comes in and sees that I'm sitting on the couch. What are you watching? I was like, it's this thing called Pit Masters barbecue thing, and we got sucked into that show.
Yep.
And we watched from I think it was 12 or 1 in the afternoon until 7 at night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because it was a
Yeah.
whole season's worth of a tournament, where you were seeing.
Yeah.
And Krista would keep coming in every 2 hours, are you serious?
Yeah.
And Connor was like, I can't leave. I gotta know.
Yeah. I get sucked into shows like that all the time.
Oh, I hate it though. I hate it.
I mean, it's not always the competition shows, but those competition shows I love.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Like when someone gets kicked off after every episode, I'm like, I'm loving this.
You know how on Netflix you go and you can set it up for you, or if you have another family member, it'd
Yeah.
be their
Different
thing.
accounts, yeah.
All right, we all have our, Troy Riley, Krista, Connor,
Mm-hmm.
with your little icon. If you go to Connor's, it's either superheroes or food,
Nice.
nothing else.
Mhm.
He loves drive-ins, diners, and dives.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
the guy.
yeah, Ferrari.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
That guy.
I think he's a Ferrari,
Guy.
Ferretti,
Some
something
guy.
like-
but he watches all of them and will tell me, "Oh, that's season 3."
Yeah.
Really good, Dad. When we go to North Carolina, we got to stop at this place. Come watch this. Dad.
That's a good idea. You get some
I
ideas
like
for places
I like
to
this
go.
stuff with
We've
Adam
mapped him
Richmond.
out. He wants to. We're gonna do a trip like that.
Nice.
With Adam Richmond, I love that.
Oh yeah, what is that? Man versus food.
Man versus food.
I love it.
Like I want to go there and go. Yeah, I'm not trying that challenge. The ones, the hot challenges.
Oh
like, I
yeah,
can't
they have
do it.
crazy ones.
Did you
Yeah.
see that? I think he had one up here, and was it
I know-
Maryland, Baltimore?
I know he did in Richmond.
He did one that was super close to here, and it was hot wings. Was that
Yeah.
Richmond?
I want to say Richmond.
But they had to sign a waiver
Yeah.
for the final one because you go to the hospital on this one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he ate it, and you're like, I know you're taking one for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I would never.
There are
You're like,
paramedics
oh, well,
on the
this-
sidelines.
I mean, there was one he did. He said it was so hot. I think he ate 2 of the wings. I think it was, and he went into the freezer and got ice and was rubbing his mouth with it. And
How
stuff.
about
Jeez.
that?
I was like, no. I don't want any.
Do you
part
like
of that.
spicy food?
I like spicy food. My stomach does not.
Yeah. What about you? Do you like spicy?
I'm super sensitive to it. Like even at Buffalo Wild Wings, I get the mild, and that's still hot to me.
Yeah,
Now,
that-
the mild isn't hot to me, but I prefer mild. But as I get older,
yeah.
I'm a little more daring. I'm like, yeah, give me the hot stuff.
Now my dad, he puts it on everything. I mean, eggs, any food he makes, he's got to have hot sauce on it.
No.
Well,
see, I don't mind that on
he-
eggs and stuff.
I don't
he-
either.
My
he-
stomach later gets upset.
He
man.
attributes a lot to it though. Like he never gets headaches and stuff like that. He says sinuses are always good. He attributes it to the
He
hot
always
sauce.
have a runny nose.
Well, and they also say it'll literally, act as a good circulatory, improvement method because if you're cold and you eat a lot of hot sauce, it will warm you up, but not just because the hot sauce is warming you, but because your blood is
Blood is
moving
flowing,
better.
yeah.
You ever watch Mike and Mike in the Morning?
No.
How many mics?
2.
Okay.
Mike and the Mike? Mike and the Mike.
Make it a
Well,
mic.
one day,
Make it a Mac, make it a Mac.
Mike Golick used to play football for the Philadelphia Eagles. He lost a bet, which
Oh, yeah, you told me
yeah,
that.
and he had to eat these fire burgers
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever they were. They're the size of sliders, and he was dying.
Dude, I'm telling you.
he's like, after your first bite, he's like, man, this is really good. And one of the other people that had it before, they said,
Just
yeah,
wait.
Just wait.
just wait about 30 seconds.
That's
He's
nice.
like, oh, this is no, I'm just, and he's still, And next thing you know, he's like, "Yeah, my lips are starting to feel numb here." Yeah,
Screw that.
There's no off button for it. They say
Yeah.
all these little home remedies like drink
yeah,
milk, and
milk.
stuff.
Yeah,
Doesn't work.
Butter.
Doesn't work.
He
Put butter on
said
your tongue.
he coated his stomach with Pepto beforehand, and that just it ate right all through it.
Oh gosh.
Dude, let me tell you what. In the MREs, the meal ready to eat, like you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
for the military. When we would go out into the field and do training, you'd be out there and you'd have like a bunch of these things. Well, when I was in, they would have little Tabasco sauce bottles, and they were shaped and they was from Tabasco. You know that company. You know, it was really neat looking, but I wasn't into it. That stuff was like money in the field.
Cool.
You know, if a guy ran out of cigarettes or something,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Hey man, let me get a cigarette." He goes, "You got any Tabasco?" Yep. All right, what do you got? I got 2 Tabasco, but I want 4 cigarettes. I mean, they'd be wheeling and dealing.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That in prison.
All right.
It's about the same thing, man. I'll tell you the other thing. A lot of the food in the MREs was actually not bad. Everybody's like, "Oh, these are horrible." No, sea rations were bad. Those are the ones that came in the big silver
The
tins.
tins, yeah.
That was pretty rough. But the MREs, they were really good. Even like the desserts. Let me tell you, they had this one dessert. It was like a rectangle bar. It looked like one of those phone chargers, you know, like it was a square, and it was a peanut butter bar. And if you ate that, you wouldn't have to worry about using the bathroom until you got back to the base. That was like butt plug.
Oh gosh.
That you would never, ever, ever, ever use the restroom.
I just got the title for this week's podcast.
No, you're not using that one.
Simply Global Podcast number 58, Butt Plug.
Booty
Peanut
corpse.
butter MREs. But the thing is, the dessert itself, the peanut butter thing, it tasted so good that you would eat it. But then after everybody kind of discovered, hey, wait a minute, man,
Paying for it.
something's wrong. No, there's no flow in me.
Yeah. Imagine
But-
those things like Rey on The Force Awakens where she like poured the little powder in the water
Yeah.
and poof, you got a
Yeah.
muffin.
Dude, that's what you
There's
need.
one of my friends. He had to do a weekend in prison because I don't remember what he did, but you know how some people have just like weekends they have to do.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was there and he goes, you know something that I found out that's really good, and it wasn't dropping the soap because I think he probably liked that.
Giggity.
But anyway,
Connor, don't listen to Uncle Daryl.
but he said get a Doritos bag and then put ramen noodles in it and some water. He said it is so good.
Huh.
No
Like
kidding.
little cheesy flavor with them and stuff.
Right.
I
Oh,
was like, wait a minute.
prison food.
And I was like, there you go. He's like, yeah, it sounds terrible. I was like, it's actually really good.
I had a buddy of mine who was telling me that he was going to buy this book called Thug Cooking 101 or something like that. And
You stir it with your shank.
take the toothbrush and rub the end until it is sharp. That's good.
Heat it over the toilet to a nice 350 degrees.
We could do the quarter blood technique.
Dude, but he said that what it was like these really good like barbecue based type of meals or something like that. No, I'm sorry, vegetarian based meals, but they were all done super easy. And the talk that they would write the book with, I mean, they were like dropping all kinds of colorful language in it and stuff to make it thug.
Hey, yo, you grab that butter, son.
But he said that it was really good, really fast, and really easy, and it was fun to read the book.
hilarious.
I was like, heck yeah, man.
That's cool.
Thug
They have a-
cooking.
They have a World of Warcraft cookbook that's like that. It's all themed like silly stuff out of the game and stuff like that.
All right, well, hey, you want to move on to the next part?
Yeah, next action. What do you want to go to next?
Walking
Dead.
How about
Let me tell you guys about a couple of Netflix shows I found this weekend.
that's my arrival,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
our new character.
So I know Peasy's all about The Walking Dead.
Right.
So he's going to take a couple minutes off. We're not going to take 15 minutes on this one.
You got 2 minutes.
It'll
Go.
be like 45.
Go.
The king has arrived.
And nobody cares.
I bought the first appearance this weekend thinking he's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks, and he shows up this weekend. King Ezekiel is here. Troy, what'd you think?
It wasn't what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, check this out, right? You go to this place where they're, a little bit of a civilization going on, and then you notice they've got it really going on.
Yeah, they got it going on really, really good.
I mean,
you
can
get cobbler at every meal.
dude. And he goes, "Oh, the breakfast cobbler is great." He goes, "Yeah, it's not as good as the lunch cobbler." Lunch cobbler.
Lunch cobbler.
We get a cobbler at every meal. I would be there for the duration.
Yes. I'm like, I found my home.
I ain't got Twinkies and I get cobbler, I might be able to forget about Twinkies, you
Yeah.
know.
I mean,
I ain't gonna
breakfast
forget them,
cobbler,
but you know.
lunch cobbler, dinner cobbler, probably got dessert cobbler.
But this guy who's running the show, his whole angle of how he's presenting himself is as a king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what killed you the most about him?
What do you mean killed me?
Like-
What I loved, or
Yeah. I mean,
oh, dude. I mean, when they first showed him,
because he's a
they-
great character.
Yeah, and you see Carol getting wheelchaired in by Morgan, and he's got this Renaissance fair type of thing going on.
It's cool too. It's like he really went for it.
and he's got Shiva, this huge tiger.
How cool did that thing look for not
Yeah.
being a real tiger?
Yeah, I mean,
It looked
dude,
awesome.
Because I was sitting there thinking, how do you act beside that thing?
It was awesome.
Yeah, and
But when this guy talked
amazing.
as the king,
Mm-hmm.
he talked like a Renaissance fair actor.
Yeah, and you could just see in Carol, she's like, "What in the world?
What kind of twisted freak
And
is
she's
this?
just like, I'm just gonna play along with this.
Dude, but you know what? That's one of the things I loved
Mm-hmm.
is that you could tell Ezekiel saw right through it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he didn't let on either.
I can't wait to find out what's all up with this fruit.
Oh,
Try
dude.
the pomegranate. You'll really like that.
Oh, yeah. Are you a pomegranate fan?
No,
No. You?
Not especially, no.
no. You should try it though. It's really good.
I have.
Now,
Not the king's pomegranate.
Yeah,
well,
different.
Yes.
now here's the thing. I was hoping,
Mm-hmm.
because I do not read the comic, I do not keep up with the comic, and
And this is where it gets difficult for me.
well, I don't because I don't even want to have that much information
Mm-hmm.
of potential spoilers.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm enjoying the show.
Yep.
I'm liking that medium, and I like it unfolding the way it's unfolding.
Yeah.
But you know, in my mind, you know, I'd already heard the rumors of King Ezekiel, and he had a tiger, and
Yeah.
you know, you had Negan, and now you had this king.
I think the rumor came from me about the king.
I don't know. I think I might have even heard it online, some stuff too. But the thing about it was that I was hoping, you know, that this wasn't a David and Goliath story. You know, I was hoping this was like Ali and Frazier,
Yeah.
like two of the baddest dudes on the planet right now. And if you step to me and I don't have a choice, I don't want to do this, but I'll end you. And as bad as you think you can end me, I got my army too.
Yep.
I don't see it that way. Do you? I see Negan being the powerful one, the Goliath, and I see Ezekiel's group biding their time, maybe,
Yeah.
but being David.
Now, one of the things that I really noticed in this was the food.
Well, hold on. Do you think that is how?
I mean, well, I'm kind of going with this is, I mean, I see them two as I was talking to somebody and they told me they're like, yeah, I think that they're going to end up being together.
Who?
Tracy said that
Who's going to be together?
Negan and Ezekiel.
No.
No, no.
Tracy, no. Kind of insight, no.
And I was like, it's like, I don't think you watched something different. But I mean,
That's gonna boil to a
see-
war.
I see this as being based on the food as he is doing chemical warfare.
100%. Because I don't know why that didn't click with
Yeah.
me. Check this out. Negan takes part of everything that's produced from everybody. And the kingdom is one of the look at Josh. He's not even having. And I'm selling hard right now, aren't I?
This is good sale
And
too.
Josh is not having it.
I
You're
mean,
in,
we're gonna
dude.
wake
You're
him up for
in.
the next segment.
It's too late. I have no desire to go back.
You
on
are
seventh
loving it.
season.
Dude, I've restarted. I'm on season 3 already again.
Are you really?
I restarted last week after the season premiere.
I do not
But anyway.
have that kind of time.
Oh, I got
Gosh.
way too much. But anyway,
All right.
keep selling.
All right. So here's the thing. Negan's going to come collect whatever is due.
Yeah.
It might be, meat. It might be produce. It might be water. It could be whatever, But if you have something, some of it's going to Negan.
Yeah.
Well, the kingdom is one of the groups that he collects from. And one of the things that they're going to pick up is pigs.
Pigs.
Apparently some of the pigs got out. And if you know anything about pigs, pigs can go feral in a couple of days. They're also, as much as you don't think of them as being like a killer, they're 100% dangerous when they're feral, and they will kill and eat you.
Yeah.
I mean, they can literally do that. If you've ever seen it, it's crazy. But, he's sitting there. they're growing these pigs, they're fattening them up, and then they kind of slaughter them and present them to them almost like you would go to the market and see it before it was all sliced to bacon and stuff. But then Negan shows how they're fattening the pigs up.
Ezekiel.
I'm sorry.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel is showing them how. He opens this door and all the pigs are inside that they kind of corralled, and they're all feeding on walkers. That's
on
the
the zombies.
pigs that he's given to Negan's crew.
He's like, I won't rot in their stomachs.
Yes. Because now, from the show standpoint, everybody's already got the virus.
Yeah.
Everybody has what it is to make you. All you have to do is have it activated by dying without a headshot.
Yeah.
And then it, boom, does its thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think he's kind of hoping to accomplish? To maybe speed it up or maybe just get them sick?
I'm thinking it's like you give them the virus and it becomes active. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Maybe it like takes some slow time to build up.
Yeah.
If not, it's a good middle finger to these guys.
Yeah.
Like, hey, whatever, man. What'd you do? Well, we took all of the latrines,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where they ate. Have at it. You can have it. Yeah.
So I'm just loving it. Now, the preview for next week, or do you want to go to that part yet?
Oh, and just talk real quick about it, then we'll move on.
Well, let me just say this, Carol. What is she doing?
Carol's, the way they wrote her right this time, it didn't even make sense.
I'm just like, I really
She doesn't like
don't-
the scene, so she wants to jet.
Yeah, I'm just like, just let her go.
I would
God,
too. I
just
would
get
let
rid
her
of
go.
I'm tired of her.
It's the safest, most comfortable situation,
Mm-hmm.
even almost more so than Alexandria, which
Yeah.
was nothing but mansions.
Mm-hmm.
You could have your own pick. Well, this place, they've got a system where everybody is contributing, and there's cobbler at every meal.
Cobbler at every minute.
They don't even have that in Alexandria.
No.
I'm going to Cobbler City.
Yeah, Cobblerville.
Cobblerville.
So,
Yeah, so
And-
Carol, let her go.
what do you think about the very end of the episode when Ezekiel shows up at, apparently Carol just found a home and this is her little house now.
I think Ezekiel digs Carol, and I think they're going to be a couple.
I would just look at it, if he sees something in her and maybe he's thinking, you don't see it yourself yet, but there's still something there.
I think he probably dug that she wasn't one of the regular minions who just kind of bowed down and went with it because he saw a strength, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I might want to take part of that strength, and, together, man, I think that's a good power couple. You know what the funniest thing that I saw was? On the walls. Normally, if you go into a church, they might have verses written. Look at Josh loving this.
He's asleep right now.
Can we put some video of Josh? Film him on your phone.
I mean, dude, if we had live video right now, this would be great.
No, just put it on the phone and put it on.
Yes, I could do that.
Dude, right?
I actually could.
Yeah. But what I was thinking was, normally if you go to a church, they have verses. He's got, like, Ezekiel-isms.
Yeah.
Like, on the wall, it was written, one of the things that he says, drink from the well, replenish the well. And then underneath it says, like, Ezekiel 1, 2, or something like that, which is funny. And then the other guy that you got to talk about is Jerry. Jerry being the, who is the, I guess his number one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, hey, enough Walking Dead. I feel bad that Rick is broken.
Next week, though, is going back to the Negan side of stuff with our main group. It looks like from the preview.
Yep, and maybe even
See
some
what-
time with Daryl.
Yeah, see what
being
Daryl's going to be
tortured.
doing. What am I going to be doing next week?
Watching it,
Yes, I might lose an ear, and they might ship it back to Rick. We'll find out.
dude. We don't know.
So
Cool
anyway,
story, bros.
Stay tuned for The Walking Dead. We'll talk more about it next week.
our The Walking Dead moment. Moments.
The Walking
Okay,
Dead section
let's
of the
get to
podcast.
your little thing now.
What's next?
Civil War 2.
Civil
War
War 2,
Dead.
gentlemen.
Civil War Part 2.
Duh.
Hey, I just want a little credit for doing my homework.
Yes, sir.
Josh
Proud
gave
of
me
you.
the homework. I went out and made sure it happened.
Yeah. See, I didn't have time because I was rewatching The Walking Dead.
I was like, yeah.
I started rereading one, and I was like, yeah, let's go back to The Walking Dead.
I
That
had
happens
read
too much on this podcast. Like, all right, we're gonna talk about this. Oh, you guys haven't read it. Okay, well, that's good. You should read it.
I
We're gonna
know.
talk about the show. Oh, you guys haven't watched it. Well, it's good. You should watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you would enjoy that. Like the World Series, you'd really enjoy that.
Yes,
you know
yes,
what?
I do.
I think that's why our adoring fans
Yeah.
follow us, because they're like, I wanted to watch it and I didn't have no time neither. These are regular people.
These
Yes,
are my
regular
Joes.
Joes.
Yeah.
Some people. Hey, I did read the first issue way back when you first mentioned that it
Right.
came out,
Yep.
Yeah.
but I had to reread it to make sure that I didn't lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the whole 1 through 6 so far?
Yeah, and 7's the end of it actually, so they're getting really
Okay.
close.
I could
0
kill
through
you
7.
because I thought, I got all 6, and I thought, oh, dude, this is great. I'm going to read it all and have a completed story. I could choke you.
It's like 2 or 3 weeks away.
Oh, man, but you know how, like, when you're reading and you kind of think you're coming to the end
we
of
should
the
start
story?
waiting until it's over so I can actually read it.
Actually,
yes.
it's better that you didn't because we won't spoil too much of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, at the beginning, the whole thing is based on this inhuman Ulysses who can see these visions. And, he doesn't have just regular visions of what he's going to have for dinner or whatever. He has these big, important visions of superheroes, cataclysmic events, and everything. So what are they called? They're not no, that's not what I'm thinking of. The Ultimates. The Ultimates get wind of this guy, and they're like, we can use him to prevent these things, because that was the Ultimates' whole job, was preventing cataclysmic kind of events and stuff. They helped Galactus, and they did some other stuff. So they find out about Ulysses, and the first mission, they find out Thanos is going to come. He's going to get his hands on the Cosmic Cube. We got to stop him. So the vision comes true. They stop him, but in the process, they lose War Machine. War Machine's killed by Thanos.
Yeah, Rhodey?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I did read the first 3. So
Yeah. So
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
you're in. All right.
they trimmed him out. And
been
that
a while.
that kind of started the beef with Miss Marvel and Tony Stark right out of issue 1. Went on again, and then Hawkeye ends up killing the Incredible Hulk.
When that happened, I did not see that coming.
Yeah, me either.
In fact, on the cover of one of the issues, I know they got a bunch of variants, but one of the covers is all it is a picture of Hawkeye with his bow back facing you like he's shooting at you off the cover
yeah.
with a big bullseye kind of thing on there. I was like, what is he going to play into this?
Well, and he kind of gives a little input into, like, you almost kind of think maybe Hawkeye has a superpower, because he says, like, my eyes are so keenly attuned.
I read that and thought that too.
He sees things that other people don't see. Like, he saw the flicker in the Hulk's eyes. He knew he was getting ready to change into the Hulk.
He said, I saw his eyes flicker green.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And he was like 300 yards away in the woods. And
oh,
he saw
dude,
that.
in a tree
Yeah.
with stuff and like branches and leaves. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
So it almost makes you wonder, it's like, does Hawkeye actually have a power? Is that why he's so good with his bow and arrow?
did you see after he did it and they're questioning him? One of the things that was emotional was you seeing him in tears
Yeah.
because he was just brokenhearted. Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to.
He asked me to, yeah.
It's like, whoa. And for that, do you think he should have been prosecuted? I mean, legally?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
It's tough because I know the law might say one way or the other, but I'm talking morally.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he did anything wrong? And at this point, I'd say no.
I mean, they had proof. They had video proof of the Hulk saying that he wanted Hawkeye to do that.
That was
so.
the whole thing. I was like, well, this isn't even a case anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
Please kill me. This
Yeah.
is
But I mean, it's still illegal to kill somebody whether they want you to or
Right,
not.
right.
So
Dr.
tough
Kevorkian.
one.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but he was acquitted. He's off, and surprisingly, a lot of people still hated the Hulk. They were like, "Good, the monster's gone, hooray!" And so they were cheering him.
Which I hate because I love the Hulk.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's an Avenger. He's been a good guy forever, but
Yeah.
And I love Tony said that you killed an original founding member.
yeah.
Dude, like you should die,
Yeah.
dude.
And this whole time, like, I'm kind of glad that Yvonne Strahovski is not going to be Miss Marvel, because the black suit with the lightning bolt Miss Marvel, she would have been perfect for that. But this new red and yellow outfit with the short hair and stuff, I do not like. I
here's my
despise
thing.
this
Well,
character.
that was Captain Marvel's suit as a man.
Yeah.
That they updated,
Uh-huh.
and now it's her.
Yeah.
Well, why can't she have long hair in the live action?
Because I despise the character, and I don't want to despise Yvonne Strahovski.
Yeah, because the
Legitimate
character
point.
in that
Legitimate.
this series.
She is going.
So you wanna hate Brie Larson?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Come
She's
on.
going full on liberal. I don't like this, or the whole world has to change
Dude, I
because I,
couldn't
don't
agree
like
more.
it. And it. Oh, she's driving me up a wall. Like, the entire team was almost all the superheroes were against her at one
And she
point.
still said
And she's
yes.
still, no, I want it my way. It's going to be this way because the world needs it this way. And
I agree. In fact, it's exactly what it is. That's a liberal agenda.
yeah,
If you look at it, and I'm sorry if this steps on a lot of people's toes, but that's the one thing that the liberal, platform is based on. We know better than you
yeah.
do.
I like it, so it should be law. I don't like it, so nobody should have it.
That's right. I think it's like that's why I identify so much more these days with the Libertarian Party, because their whole thing is, hey, if it's not hurting anybody, why is it illegal? We are grown men and women.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry to get on a political rant there, but I'm not digging Miss Marvel now, and they got to the reason I wanted to talk about Civil War is because this last issue it really put some stuff into perspective because, you know, Tony kind of figured out what was going on with Ulysses. He's kind of he put it that Ulysses is profiling the future basically with his power, so he's getting the best case scenario of what's likely to happen, but he's not actually predicting the future. Tony built a machine that could do the same thing. So, but you know, Miss Marvel's still not buying it. She wants to use it and everything. She wants to use Ulysses and everything. So, they get a vision that Miles Morales, Spider-Man, kills Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're like,
That
this
killed me because it
Yeah.
killed Miles
it
emotionally.
killed him. He dropped to the ground,
In
was
tears.
bawling his eyes out. And Miss Marvel wanted to take him into custody, and he's like, he's a 15-year-old kid. The whole superhero team stood up and was like, "You're not doing that." And you know they were.
I love that too.
they
Could
were
you imagine having that team sticking up for you?
Yeah. Well,
Woo-hoo, that's cool.
she wasn't backing down, and then Captain America steps in. And he's like, "Let me handle it." And he talks to the kid, and he had a cool little. Captain America just always has these cool speeches. He gets down, and Miles has his mask halfway up because he can't breathe, and he's kind of panicking.
Why do you got the mask?
He's
up?
like, "Why's your mask up?" He's like, "Put it back down. That mask is who you are. You represent
you
something
represent
to
a
these people."
symbol.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That was cool. Hey, how about that part two? We skipped over it. Tony is making his case,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I'm telling everybody right now." He goes, "I'm gonna do whatever." And then the panel goes to Steve Rogers. He goes, "Whatever Steve Rogers
Yep.
says to."
Ah.
He goes,
That's one of the coolest things. Like even in the second movie in Winter Soldier, everybody was like, "Sorry, I can't do it." Caps orders. It's like
"Let me tell you."
they take so much. They give him so much credit. It's awesome, and they did it in this last issue too. They were like,
Black Panther said that.
it was
too.
Black Panther because Black Panther was one of the Ultimates. He was with Miss Marvel, and he's like, "I'm switching sides. I'm going to Tony's side." He's like, "Generally, history has shown you want to be on Captain America's side with this."
Yeah.
Dude,
I
when he
know.
said that, did you not just get giggly?
Yeah, dude.
That was one of the best things. He goes, "I'm telling you, if you want to be right, you need to take and do whatever Captain
yeah.
America says." I used to say this. You remember when they used to have those bracelets? I hope this doesn't come off as
Uh,
sacrilege. Remember the bracelets, WWJD? What would
Yep.
Jesus do?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Jesus is my best friend. And whatever he would do, yes, that's right. But I remember reading so much about Captain America and his uncompromising stance on right and wrong. If it's right, it doesn't matter if it hurts, that's what you do.
Yep.
I always thought to myself, like in those different moments, like when I was going through some, moral, questions and stuff, what would Cap do?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Because
about
I was like, if you do what he would do, you're probably doing the
Yeah.
right thing.
Yep.
So Miss Marvel wasn't buying it anyway, and she was trying to arrest Captain America. Black Panther got right in her face and was like, "If you touch him, you just declared war with
On
Wakanda."
Wakanda.
Oh.
I swear, was that cool?
I
Oh, it was
got
so
giddy,
cool.
man.
I did
Whew,
too.
I got chills just now.
Dude, I did too. That was awesome.
What are the actual teams in this then? Because it sounds like it's like
it's
Captain
pretty much-
Marvel, then everyone else.
It's getting that way.
Yeah, it is. It's like
getting-
her, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and a few more.
And you know what? I hate that they threw the Guardians under the bus
Yeah.
because they kind of said, "Hey, all right, look, we need another.
We need somebody on
Yeah,
your
we
team.
need somebody to be on her team." How about the guys that are in like 15 universes away and they haven't been around? They don't really know, but they like her, and hey, we'll figure it out later. We're on your side. And then they hear it. It's like, you made us do what?
Yeah. So she's like yelling at him. She's like, "Y'all stop!" And Doctor Strange teleports him out right while she's like in the middle of a sentence. They blow up what's the ship, the Triskelion or whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
the Triskelion.
Blew that up. I mean, she's got nothing. She's like totally defeated. And I'm like, yes, eat it.
Dang.
Dude, it was really, really good, but I was disappointed that I have to wait another issue.
I know. One more.
One more. And I cannot stand not knowing. They really have hooked me in
Mm-hmm.
because that guy, what his ability is not to truly predict the future, but to take and have an algorithm that
Yeah.
helps
He
Yeah.
profiles it. yeah.
profile and come up with the most likely potential future.
'Cause
And
I'm
he's
like-
right most of the time.
Because I'm like, Minority Report?
right.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
They actually
totally.
even reference that in the comic.
Yeah.
They're like, have you guys not
They had,
watched
like, the
Minority
little
Report?
wooden
That's it, yeah, they did,
balls
they
going
mentioned that.
around.
They're like, have you guys not watched Minority Report?
I never understood that with those three people in the
Yeah.
tubs.
Yeah.
I was like, who wrote this?
Apparently,
and
only
what
one of them was
strand were
really
you
important.
smoking?
The other two weren't really all that important. Just the one.
Can I spoil Captain America for you guys? Do you care about where that's going?
Well, hold on. Let me finish this about
Sure,
Cap.
sure.
The thing that I'm kind of worried about is that this guy's probabilities are right most of the time. I mean, he has been wrong.
He has been wrong.
But it is like, you have to think it's like 97% right, 98%. It's that high. And the vision, and when the vision happens, now it's not just him who sees it, it's everybody who's around. And they don't just see it, they actually get transported, they feel the moment.
Yeah.
Like it happened.
Is it just people like in a room with him? Or
Yeah, like
just,
whoever's
Yeah,
like
in his
close.
immediate
Yeah,
vicinity. Yeah.
But the thing about it is, the picture is Miles standing over top of Cap, and Cap has got a piece of debris, like a pointed stick, coming right up through his chest, and he's dead.
Yeah.
And Miles is holding him. It looks like Miles did it.
Yeah.
Number one,
What
don't kill Cap again.
I know, right?
I'll kill somebody if you kill Cap again.
I think it's too obvious. I don't think it'll happen.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's too. If you do that, it's like, okay, so every story he dies.
Yeah.
All emphasis equals no emphasis.
That's a lot of emphasis.
but it was cool because like they were all experiencing it from their first person view. So Captain is actually laying there with the thing through his chest, like, oh, so this is gonna happen to me. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this kind of sucks.
But it's definitely good. I cannot wait. Would you say 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's like the third week in November.
We got to come back then in November or December for the conclusion.
If they knock off anybody, I hope it's Captain Marvel. 'cause I
hate
can't
that.
stand her anymore.
I hate the whole idea that Rhodey's dead in this storyline.
Yeah, and Hulk and yeah.
And Hulk, right? I'm sorry, I can't believe Hulk. Definitely one of my favorites more than
They're
Rhodey.
kind of making her a bully though. It's like I know you want a strong female character, but just because she's one of the strongest characters, she's kind of enforcing her way and like
She is not being perceived in a good light.
not at all.
Because like you said, you don't want your favorite actress to play her. Why? Because I hate her.
I know.
She
I
sucks.
can't wait to hate this character.
All right, hey, what do we got next on the agenda? We've talked about the Cubs, we talked about The Walking Dead, and Civil War. What do we have up next?
What do y'all got next?
We're gonna go see Doctor Strange this
Dude,
weekend.
I was hoping that was the what was next.
Strange. Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something about this. You know how Marvel is so good with their music. They got Hooked on a Feeling for Guardians of the
Yes.
Galaxy. They got AC/DC Iron Man
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Captain. I'm making a prediction.
Oh yes, go.
Doors Strange.
Oh, okay. People are strange when you're a stranger.
I think
I
that's
just
gonna be
don't
in there.
feel that for that character. I don't know why.
Somewhere,
I
somehow.
guarantee you that'll be like when he's kind of slow motion walking through the sanctum.
Could be, could be.
Just for a second.
Mhm.
People, dude, yeah. And Benedict, man, he looks like he's knocking out of the park.
Dude.
No doubt.
Have you seen the initial reviews?
I am
Very high.
Stellar.
Very high.
Stellar.
Yes.
I love it. And I love the bad guy, Mads.
Uh-huh. He's a good actor too. I've never watched his TV show Hannibal. Have you guys ever watched that?
Have not.
I've heard good things about it. I've never seen it.
I don't know why I haven't watched it because I love Hannibal Lecter.
I saw him in like I don't know if it was an independent Western movie where he was the hero. And, basically he went somewhere to try to do good. And he's a tough guy, but the guy got the drop on him, damn near killed him. And he's making this comeback, and he's like, okay, I'm not even going to come up with strategy. I'm walking into the town, and anybody who points a gun at me is going to die. It was good.
I watched some weird movie where he was like a Viking and it hardly had any dialogue in it because it was set way back in actual Norse Viking times. And
I watch those kind of movies every
That's
now and then,
weird.
and you're like, I wish I'd get that 2 hours back.
yeah, right.
The worst movie I ever saw like that was Clan of the Cave Bear.
Dude, hey,
That was brutal.
I saw that movie's cousin. I watched Quest for Fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And let me tell you, if Dennis Hayes is listening to this, I still owe you a kick in the zipper for that because he was the one. Oh, you got to watch it. It's a classic.
It's like a Ron Perlman in it.
No, I don't think so. It could be.
There's one old one where he's a caveman. It's weird.
It could be.
Kind of looks like he could be a caveman.
Yeah, no doubt.
Me and Krista, we were dating when we watched it. I was like, no, Dennis told me this is great. We got to watch this.
And that's how y'all nearly broke up.
Let me tell you, that is 2 hours of watching speechless, mind-numbing, inbred numbnuts walk around looking for flame.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I told Dennis that I had watched it and that I wanted to kill him, he laughed for like 5 minutes. He wouldn't even defend himself. You watched it, you idiot. I was like,
See, like Clan of the Cave Bear, I'm right up front. Like, this is one of the worst things I have ever seen in my life.
oh, Quest for Fire, worst thing I ever saw.
Yeah,
Oh my
now,
gosh.
Clan of the Cave Bear, I was a young teenager at the time, So I'm like, okay, Daryl Hannah's going to get naked at some point, and I'm still waiting for that.
Oh no.
I did see piece of that,
Yeah.
and it was really close to
It was
Quest for
brutal
Fire.
bad. It was
Terrible,
brutal
terrible,
bad.
terrible. Hey, now Doctor Strange.
We're going in IMAX 3D.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Mhm.
And this one looks like it could be a 3D
See,
monster.
that's why I wanted to go see this and that. And,
What day are you guys going?
Saturday.
Okay.
So
Come
we're
on
going to
down,
go there
bro.
for that.
If you guys are doing it Friday night, I might surprise Connor because he won't listen to this before it.
Mm.
If you guys are doing a Friday night, I might have said, "Hey,
You
we're
already
going."
got the tickets, don't you?
Yeah, I got the tickets. We're
Yeah.
gonna head down to Blacksburg for it.
Yeah, hell as I like to call it. I'm sorry. I didn't.
That would have been a good one to see in a 3D IMAX.
Definitely for sure.
I think it's gonna be really, really good.
Which one are you guys going to? Blacksburg?
Yeah,
How far away is that from Roanoke?
about an hour, maybe a little less.
So it's about
Dude,
2 hours
depends
for
on-
you.
Depends on if there's a lot of traffic. We get rerouted.
Dude, last time we went down there, we were like cutting through Wrong Turn, West Virginia somewhere,
I don't know where we ended up, but
and it was
somehow-
actually like a shortcut.
I don't. I mean,
We got there like
I was like,
we popped out of the woods and boom, there's the theater. We're like, all right.
I just had
Oh,
this feeling
really?
at some point we're gonna get stopped, and next thing I was gonna be squealing like a pig.
Uh-huh.
Paddle
You gotta
faster,
purr
I
the
hear
mouth.
banjos.
You know, squeal like a pig.
You gotta purr the mouth, boy.
Damn.
I was like, no.
Hey, what do you guys use for navigation on your phones?
Just regular Apple
Yeah,
Maps.
just regular.
Apple Maps.
Yeah.
I use that and Waze.
Yeah.
WAZE.
Uh-huh.
I used to use my Garmin. It was like that doesn't do anything compared to my phone now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's so funny. A lot of times when I leave one of the places I train up in Northern Virginia, getting back to 29 is all I'll have problems with, and it's literally like
Yeah.
a 5-mile little thing,
Uh-huh.
but it's through all these kind of
Yeah.
twists and turns.
Yeah.
So I always have this little issue trying to find a quicker, better route, an easier route. And I did just make the turn and got me an iPhone instead of an Android.
Whoop, whoop. Welcome to the light.
I'm gonna be finding me an applause for that.
Yes. I was so worried that because I was so used to the Android, and the thing that kills me, it's so stupid. I'm a Mac guy.
Yeah.
That's all. I have MacBook Pros, iPads, all of that. I mean, love it. I kick myself now for not making the switch.
Yep.
See, now all the apps you got for your iPad, boom, right on your
Dude,
phone.
right on.
we-
And I can't wait because I'm going to quiz both of you guys on, hey, give me some more tips of cool stuff it can do.
And we told you that how many months ago?
I've been plugging it since the iPhone 1.
I mean, since he got sand on his phone and it never worked again.
Well, listen to what I did. I couldn't find where I was because we went out to dinner after Christian's fight. And I was like, man,
And Christian kicked butt.
yes, I want a big shout out to Christian Booth. His first Muay Thai fight and did just great. I mean, could not be
I
prouder.
got to see the video and looked awesome.
Yes,
Yeah,
look him
very
up on
cool, man.
YouTube. But I just said, okay, look, I've tried to take and put in destination 29 south,
Yeah.
and it would never work on one of the other apps. And Connor goes, why don't you just ask Siri?
Yeah.
So I said, Siri, get me to 29 south, quick and easy.
Yep.
One moment. Great, go this way.
Yeah, and he's like, just click direction, boom, you're gone.
You can have fun
Yeah,
with
anyway.
Siri too. Ask her like where to hide a dead body or something like that. She's like, the swamps are over here.
And what was the one? Ask her to rap.
Yeah, I think she
Yeah.
does think
My
around.
kids have me do that in the car lane. In the car lane, they make me do all of this kind of stuff when I was like dropping them off for school, and I have to tell them a bad dad joke every day.
I love it.
Dude, it's awesome. It's
Dude, I don't know
Yeah.
if it's because I'm a dad now or whatever, but I eat those up. I love a good dad joke.
Dude,
corny
the other
as can be,
day,
I
it was
love it.
like if you ever get cold, go stand in the corner of the room.
It's
Because
90 degrees.
They're always 90 degrees.
No, but yeah.
Boom.
Let me see. The other one I liked was what's red and really bad for your teeth? A brick.
Okay, that's bad.
That's terrible, right?
That's terrible good.
I
right, hold
love
on,
it.
let
Very
me
good.
What is brown and green if it falls out of the tree to kill you? A pool table.
Boom.
That's horrible, right?
I'm just trying to figure this one out. I'm
But my kids get that they're supposed to be horribly
Yeah,
bad.
that's the point. Yeah.
And they revel in it. They're like, "Oh, that's horrible, Dad." I think this morning's was, what do you call a belt made of watches? What? A waste of time.
but yeah.
Ba-da-boom. Hey, anyways, back to Doctor Strange. Can't wait to
Yeah,
see
I'm
it.
like,
Can't wait.
Benedict, and that's all I need to know.
I suppose we'll review it next week after.
Are you guys
Next
a
week we got
little
that.
bit concerned with how much the biggest special effects that they are previewing look exactly like Inception, with the buildings folding.
Not so
and
much
stuff.
that, but it's all like this kaleidoscope filter looking stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, I hope that's not the only thing they do.
I have to say that that's not, because I believe in Marvel.
All the good ratings, though, they wouldn't rate it that good if that's all they did.
If it was
Yeah.
silliness like that, like you remember when Thor in the Dark World, when they were doing that fight and kept popping in and out of different portals and dimensions.
Yeah.
That was good, but I don't want the whole movie like that. But for a car chase, every movie used to have a car chase. All right, there's a superhero car chase. I dig it.
Yep.
So maybe that might be like a superhero car chase.
I could see that.
I mean, I just think that whole thing there is going to be like 10 minutes of the movie.
Maybe so.
I don't think it's going to be like an hour and a half.
Well, this is a origin movie, so there's going to be a lot of build up before he even gets to the magic stuff.
Do we have a playing time? Like, how long is it going to be? Is it a 2-hour movie?
Not sure.
If it was an hour and a half, I'd feel almost cheated.
Nah, I don't.
Because some of the other ones are, Civil War. We did that projector movie in the backyard, and it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, and we had planned shorter time, so we had to call the parents. Hold on.
Doctor Strange, 1 hour 55 minutes.
Okay, good.
It's not bad.
That's
Well
that's
under
close to
2 hours.
Wow.
Holy cow!
Plus
So
another
you're
15
telling
minutes.
me there's a chance?
There is a chance.
Another 15 minutes of credits until the after credit scene.
Am I the only one that hates that there's like 20 minutes of credits in movies?
Yes.
Do I really need to see the same credits twice? One at the beginning and one at the end?
Do you want me to tell you what I've made into a fun way to watch the credits? Whoever I'm with, which is always Connor and maybe a couple of his buddies.
By the
or
way,
something.
we just got dissed because we took him to a movie and we just didn't even get.
But
no
we
back.
didn't. It was a DC, so we didn't watch the after credits.
Oh, so you hate DC?
What we do is
DC
all these
rules.
millions of names. You have to find everybody's name. I know that's not that fun, but it gives you something to do. It's like, all right, look for Connor, Troy.
This is as bad as a dad joke.
But it was fun. Believe it or not, you're sitting there. Your eyes are trying to be like this Matrix reading computer, trying to find. It's
We
like,
just
all right,
pick out the funny ones and like, look at those guys.
dude. Sorry, that fell a little flat.
A couple little quick things I'll run through. X-Men are not ending. They're actually coming back for new series next year.
Did I not tell you they were going to do that?
No, dude,
How-
I'm telling you, I thought it was gonna be
I
that.
told him, I'm like, Mr. DC guy over here was like, dude, they kill off everybody and they bring them right back, except for the Fantastic Four. Which
Well,
is not
it
worth
wasn't so
anything.
much that they were making.
Shut up.
It wasn't so much that they were making them die. It was that people had looked at the projected publications for next year, and there were no X-Men titles at all slated to come out next year.
X-Men, Schmexmen.
Now, what do you think they were trying to do? Pull like a power play?
I think so.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I've been hearing from a couple of the dealers around here.
All right, talk to me.
Now this is the comic book dealers, mind
Yes.
you, not the
Your
But
other
anyway,
dealers.
Chocolate blunts?
Yeah, they've been telling me. Marvel, they've been telling me Marvel and comics is really struggling. Since the rebirth,
Really?
that has taken off, and that it's starting to be a little bit of a shift in them now.
Oh, no kidding.
Which really blew my mind.
The
Yeah.
DC is actually winning?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're quite winning yet, but they're getting closer, and they may have overtaken them by now.
Because last fall they rebooted everything.
Yeah.
All those number ones that have sold. That's surprising.
I mean, they said it has totally changed now.
Wow.
Wow.
I will tell you the
But-
one thing that's attractive, as much as I hate reboots,
Mm-hmm.
but the one thing that I do like, I like a story that I'm going to jump in fresh from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think they might be kind of limiting runs because a couple that I read last week, they came out a year ago, so they got 12 issues and they're done. Like that Venom Space Knight we talked about before.
Yeah.
Oh, is that done?
It got to 12 and it's done. He put on his old outfit. He's going back to Agent Venom.
I wish I had known that because at the comic book show, I saw it's like 4 through about 8 or 9 in dollar bins.
Oh,
And you
wow.
didn't pick them up.
I was going to buy them. I was like, well, that's probably like 100-ish, and I don't even need those. And I'm kicking myself right now.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a
'Cause
good
I've
collection
got
completed.
the first 3 of them. I was like, man, doggone it. Oh, and the Amazing Spider-Man
Uh-huh.
with that amazing Alex Ross art.
Yes.
They next door at Untamed Worlds, I found in the dollar bin, was it like 9 through 14?
Nice.
And I had 15 on because 15 is the one with Mary Jane.
Yes.
I always feel bad when I find something like that, like at Chris's place, because I was
Yeah.
like, did these accidentally fall in? And now you're going to give them to me.
I was asking, like, why are these in here? He's like, can't get rid of them. Like, yeah, you are.
No
Dude,
doubt
right
about it.
now,
About to leave.
yeah.
That's awesome. Ultimate's wrapped up. It got to issue 12. They're done too because Civil War, the Fallout, and
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, I just wonder if that's like a thing they're gonna do. I wonder if they're gonna make 12 issues, make a year's worth, and then move into something else.
What? I will say this. I love the miniseries. I love those.
I love a miniseries. I love a completed story. The
Yeah.
worst thing,
Completed story sells and number one sell. They'll just keep making number ones forever.
well, here's the whole thing about it is like with Lost, the TV show,
Mm-hmm.
the way it ended, it literally would make me happy if they came out with a movie and
Yeah.
they're like, that wasn't the ending.
Yeah.
Chuck, they need
Because
to wrap
Chuck,
up
yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get Chuck to come in and help. You know?
Yeah,
but if
that's
you have a
not
full miniseries where the story is completed, that's good. Hey,
Yeah.
what about the Logan trailer?
Oh, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, was that
amazing.
crazy?
That looks
What?
epic.
Jeez. Yes.
And I love the Johnny Cash.
They had
Yeah.
me at the
Oh, dude.
first chord.
When I was hearing Johnny Cash, I was like, oh my gosh.
You know,
Which song? That wasn't the 9 Inch
I
Nails,
don't-
was it?
Hurt. Yeah, it is.
Hurt.
Yeah,
Yep.
because I've been listening to that ever since I just downloaded and just
you
watched it over
cannot
and
listen to
over.
that and not feel like that was a powerful, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
song. That's powerful.
Yeah, I mean his voice with it.
Mhm.
Oh, dude.
I mean, if you listen to the original 9 Inch Nails and then listen to that,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I said this. I was like, I think that may be the best cover
Ever.
Yeah, I think Trent Reznor actually said that. He's like, he did amazing with
Yeah.
it. He made it his own song.
I
Dude,
mean,
he
if I was
did.
Trent Reznor, I was like, yeah, we covered his song. He didn't cover ours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It almost seems like that because he's been in the music industry for so long.
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
Seger,
you
Here
covered
I
Nine
Go
Inch
Again,
Nails,
Yeah.
really?
with Metallica.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good cover.
Mm.
But the only thing I don't like, I hate that it's Hugh Jackman's last because I know that he's been in like 17 of them.
Mhm.
And only like 4 of them are any good. if
Yeah,
that
yeah,
many.
yeah. But I'm hoping this might be
He's
good.
like 0 are good.
But doesn't that make you kind of like upset that if this is good, it's his last?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like they finally let him do a good one and then
Going
he's like,
out with
okay,
a bang.
then
It
I'm
is
done.
rated R.
Yeah.
Have you seen the rated R Red Band trailer?
Yeah, I saw the
There's
red
only
band.
one extra scene, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did see that.
Yeah, man. The claws unleashed right through somebody's head, which is a standard comic thing.
Spoiler.
But when you see, well, it's a preview. I mean,
Well, some people don't have the red band.
Red Band's on YouTube.
Yeah, but
YouTube?
people are listening to this not knowing where YouTube is. It's like, what's
Lord.
the number for 911? It's not 11. What?
911.
There's no 11 on my phone.
All amps go to 11.
Oh, yes.
One of the greatest things ever.
Well, why don't you just make it? Because alls go to 11.
Yeah, so
it's louder.
It's louder.
Yes.
But-
Anyhow, X-23, his little girl is being introduced.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, rah rah ree, but I'm not a fan like of that being my Wolverine.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll tell you this: it still ticks me off, like in Civil War II, when they have all of these characters that are shifted. It's not Peter Parker. Thor's a woman.
Uh-huh.
Captain Marvel's a girl. You know. Yeah,
Well,
a
I
woman.
mean, Old Man Logan's been around for several years now.
Well, I'm not saying that, but it's like I don't want the Wolverine in my X-Men movie to be X-23 the girl.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Going forward, yeah.
It's that kind of stuff that I think is hurting Marvel. If you've got the greatest characters in the world, why replace them?
Uh-huh.
Well, here's one thing that we've talked about is like, they make female characters a lot of times, and I hate this too, is where they make, we got Spider-Man, let's just make a female version.
Yeah.
We got Batman, let's make a female version.
It's like the
100%.
easy
Yeah,
creation.
Yeah.
Let's just
But,
make the other
we
one.
talked about Squirrel Girl,
Yeah.
and Troy was like, I don't like the character. But it's an original character.
No.
They don't have a squirrel guy.
I was going to say, when's Squirrel Guy coming
The
along?
squirrel dude.
Not yet.
And so my thought is like, you know
Squirrel
what?
nuts.
At least they went out on a different limb.
Go Gorilla. He's good.
Marvel, if you're listening, Squirrel Nuts. Make it happen.
Squirrel nuts.
Ah.
But I mean,
these
for me,
nuts.
for me, I actually like Squirrel Girl. I know y'all don't like Squirrel Girl, but that's okay.
I've
can't
actually
get
not
into it.
read it.
Good character.
I read it. I can't get
Good
it.
character.
No. But okay.
Because you're illiterate.
False.
Hey, there's other
You're
movies
not
coming
illiterate.
out. You guys know how we had like a dry spell for
Mhm.
like the last probably month. There hasn't been anything
Well, I
really
actually
good.
liked Jack Reacher.
Jack Reacher was okay.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
I mean,
one.
I didn't think it was as good.
It wasn't as good as
original,
the first, but it was fun.
I still liked it.
Popcorn movie.
hmm
Pete's Dragon was okay.
I did not see that yet.
I'll pass on that one.
Your son would
Take
like
that-
it.
take-
Little boy would like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
He has no
Wow.
interest. I showed him the trailer. He's
It's a
like,
dragon. How does he not like a dragon?
Yeah, dude.
Like Puff the Magic Dragon.
And I will tell you, I actually, if I'm honest about the moment that I'm watching it, I mean, yeah, I love the dragon. He's somebody that you would, if you could have that dragon as your best friend, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good life.
Yeah, have a good
But
dragon
there's
friend.
a lot of movies that I haven't really liked. There's a bunch of good ones coming out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've done the preview podcast before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys like that one coming out about, is it Arrival with Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams?
Yeah. I thought the trailer for that looked really good.
I don't know if
Do you
I've
know
seen
what?
that one.
It's this huge pod
Yeah.
that comes to Earth, and they're trying to communicate with it.
Okay.
Watch the trailer for it; it's intriguing, and that thing is getting incredible
I mean,
reviews.
the pod itself looks really cool.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
when you describe it, you're thinking, is this Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
It literally looks like
Yeah.
a cocoon floating in the air,
Yeah.
made out of like
And it looks like it's kind of
rock or-
rotating
Yeah,
and stuff.
That's
And
cool.
I like-
really good one.
yeah.
That's cool.
I'm excited for that. What's
Star Wars is next month.
Star Wars is coming
Oh,
out.
That's coming soon. Rogue
Jennifer
One.
Lawrence and Chris Pratt, they've got their movie
Yeah,
coming
that
up.
looks very good.
What is
Yes.
that?
That's the one where they're being, on their way to another planet from Earth,
Yeah.
and you had to, leave everything in the world and hibernate for like 100
Yeah.
years,
Yeah, they're in sleep stasis for like
and they wake up
years.
early,
Yeah.
Oh.
and they're the only ones, and they can't go back to sleep. And then
It's a long time. It's something like 300, 400, 500 years, and they're like, we woke up 100 years early.
yeah.
I haven't even seen this.
So in other words, if they can't go back to bed,
Will it be like Mars?
it'll be like another Earth.
No,
Like
I know. I mean Mars, like the movie with Matt Damon. Wasn't that the name of the movie?
That was it. It was
The
something
Martian?
Like that. The Martian.
Yeah, Martian.
Yep.
Well, where like he's the only guy there, and
Uh-huh.
he needs to find a way to survive.
They're
I
on
think
the
they're-
spaceship, and there's a lot of other people, but the other ones are still asleep. They're the only two that woke up early.
in
I
other
can
words,
just- I
they're
can see
gonna
that.
die
Hey,
before they
hey,
get there.
Wake up!
Uh,
Just poke him. Keep poking him.
Oh yeah, that would be you. Too.
uh,
I swear to God, if you woke me up out of stasis, I would end you. You would not have to worry about the 100 years.
I'd have my bowl of Raisin Bran,
Shh.
and I'd be watching television.
there
Be
you go.
wearing your bowl of Raisin Bran if you woke me up out of stasis. You woke me up? Yeah, dude, I was alone. I didn't know what else to do. I'm going to kill you.
Assassin's Creed is December 21st.
Assassin's Creed,
What
another
order that
one.
one?
A movie or a game?
Movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender,
Yeah, Michael
Magneto.
Fassbender.
Yeah. See
Watch the
anything about
preview. That preview is really, really, really good. It's strong.
Yeah. It actually looks very close to the game. It looks like they're doing the research on this.
Oh, I'm telling you, it looks really cool.
that? So is it like the first game where you just murder like half the land, and all these guys are coming to get you, and you just act like you're praying, and they have no clue it's you?
Yes.
He's a parkour serial killer
Now
ninja.
I will say this
That's
parkour.
awesome.
You put some parkour in there, I'm good to go. for
Dude,
it.
Hardcore
I can
parkour?
watch that stuff, man. I love it.
Love it.
The only thing I hate is when they show you a trailer of a movie with parkour. In the trailer, that's all the parkour is in the movie.
Yeah.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies that ever had it was the new James Bond, Daniel Craig's first scene,
Yeah.
Casino Royale,
Uh-huh.
which is still my favorite of
Royale.
all of the James Bond movies. I love that movie.
Me too. I like
Love
that.
it.
Wrong, but that's okay.
What's one's your favorite James Bond?
I like many of them, but
But that one, no,
no, I did not suggest that. I said it's not the best.
that's the best.
It's my favorite.
Daryl's wrong
you're-
again.
you're-
Can
you're
you believe
both
that?
wrong,
He's
but
wrong
that's-
again?
That's okay.
he's
I-
wrong often.
It's happening more regularly.
Okay, this like 10 seconds here has already been
Ah,
deleted.
it's been edited.
It's already been deleted.
So have you guys found anything like cool or new on Netflix lately?
What was
Oh,
I
gosh.
watching?
Yeah,
The Walking Dead?
You said that.
The Walking Dead.
Oh my gosh, we got all the way here. We haven't talked about Luke Cage.
Yeah, we got what are we into?
What's
Time-wise?
our time?
We're at 58 minutes.
Jeez. We can't do it again. We did it last podcast.
All right, hey, let's just go real quick.
There's a
over.
guy, Pops. I like Pops. I don't like Shades.
Pops. Gotta have my pops.
I like Pops.
Pops.
We do
definitely-
another cereal
definitely
podcast.
What was your favorite cereal again?
Pops. Captain.
Cap.
Captain, that's
I was
my
talking-
man.
I was talking to someone else about this. They're like, I really hate Captain Crunch. I'm like, are you kidding me? Captain Crunch is good.
Man, what are they, Nazis?
I must be. Dang, dang.
Okay, hey, Netflix had the next part of the Defenders team that they're putting together come out a couple of weeks ago. It's been a long time since we've got an
Yeah,
opportunity
it's been almost a month now.
to
Yeah.
get together and talk about this, but we've all seen it. And I think we all agree we loved it. It's another
I
great
loved it.
win
Now,
for Marvel
One
and Netflix.
person did not like the last half of season.
I agree. I didn't like the last half.
Dennis
You didn't?
Hayes, he said, first half, really good. And after that,
I feel the same way. I loved through Cottonmouth. When they killed Cottonmouth,
I didn't
the
see that
show
coming either.
dropped off for me.
But you know what? That's exactly why I think that was cool to do because I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
He was the Wilson Fisk as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say that I thought it also lost a little bit of the momentum that it had.
I thought they
It got a little
played-
convoluted, I thought.
Yeah, I thought they just played off each other so well. They were these two dudes that hated each other, were
Yeah.
at each other's throats, but they could sit in a room side by side and be civil with each other.
What was his brother's name? Who turned out to get like,
Diamondback was his like,
Diamondback.
Yeah.
bad guy name. But
Worst fight scenes though. Those fight scenes
I
didn't like
I
at
couldn't
all.
stand him. They built him up to be another Wilson Fisk, this dude you don't mess with.
And he's cheesy.
He
Yeah.
was cheesy and corny
Yeah.
and weird.
And the fight scenes, I agree, they were weak. I didn't like that.
Now I was forgiving on that because he's a regular dude that got super strength.
Yeah.
He's not gonna know how to fight. He's just gonna throw people everywhere.
Now, but
I hated
he
that
did
when he
learn in prison. I mean, he was good in the fight
A
circuit,
little
and he
bit,
was
yeah.
military trained.
I hated the fact that he would go up behind somebody, just like little slap him in the back
Yeah.
of the head, and they were dead.
Talking about his prison fighting, that was one of the best jokes on there. He's like, "You like Jet Li over Bruce Lee? You can't train me."
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
train me.
yeah, that was great.
You can't train
That was great.
No, I didn't mind the whole little head smack because I remember being a kid and seeing that the Thing in his first issue, the Thing, he was going to knock on this gang's door, and all it showed was a huge panel of him, like it showed his hand getting ready to flick somebody's ear type of thing.
Yeah.
But he flicks the door, and it's the Thing.
Yeah.
So when he does, the door explodes.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, wow.
Dang, man, Grim.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I could see Luke Cage doing that too, because I mean, he would slap you with the force of taking a baseball bat to the back of the head.
I liked when he kept getting shot. He's like, man, I gotta get another hoodie.
I know. He's like, y'all must not know me.
I will say that the twists and turns I did like. I did like that Cottonmouth got killed, by his sister,
Yeah, Mariah.
and that she took in totally, played like the whole, innocent and was like not remorseful. I mean, she was like, that is as cold as it gets.
See, I didn't know anybody on this show, so I didn't know which ones were made up for this show and which
Yeah.
ones were actually comic book characters. I heard Dennis talking about her character's name was Black Mariah. I was like, God, you gotta call her Black Mariah?
They gotta call it. It was in the 70s, dude. That's
yeah.
how it rolled
Yeah.
back then.
And Misty Knight, I found out she's actually a character. She
Yep.
actually has a cybernetic arm that's got like super strength. Didn't know that, so that was kind of cool.
How did you like when they showed him getting either into the tank got his powers, and he had like that
Yeah,
tiara
yeah.
kind of crown
And
thing
got
on? I was
the
like,
bracelets on. Yeah,
That was my favorite
That was
moment of the
awesome.
series when he actually put it all on. He got the thing off
and he had the yellow
clothesline
shirt,
stuff.
and he goes, "I look."
I looked
ridiculous.
him up. I googled him for Tab because I was like, "Look, that is like him straight out of the comics."
Yeah.
I showed her a picture. I was like, "Dude, that is Luke Cage right there."
That was cool though, right?
Yeah.
I like Diamondback, but they had the outfit.
Yeah,
I didn't like that though.
I like
What?
that they like.
Diamondback.
You didn't like his
No,
outfit?
no, I said it had the same outfit from the comics.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just didn't like it.
I
just
didn't
like
either.
the character.
yeah, it was kind of cheesy looking.
It did come across cheesy, and the whole idea of a bullet that can penetrate him.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's not anything anymore. He's a regular guy. We got
I know,
bullets now.
I know.
It's like kryptonite bullets.
You just happened to find some Jatari stuff laying around New York that Shield didn't clean up enough to
right.
mass produce bullets.
And they made bullets. If it can go through his body, what kind of forging process do you have where you can
You know?
shape it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whatever.
There were little errors like that, like when he was getting boiled in the acid so they could cut it out of him. He was writhing in pain at the end of that episode. They go into the next episode. They're like, it didn't work. We got to do it again. We got to do it again. They start in the acid, and then he's just fine. He's awake. He's conscious. Not hurting him anymore. He's just laying in the acid chilling.
I saw that kind of thing
Yeah.
too, and there was a bunch of those little things kind of throughout the story that I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you guys probably should have, watched that. That is what do they call that? Continuity.
Continuity
Yeah.
errors, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like,
But yeah, I was forgiving on his fighting ability because he's just a dude that's strong. He doesn't need to know kung fu. I'll be a lot less forgiving with Iron Fist. I'm gonna judge Iron Fist super harshly.
All right, you saw the Iron Fist trailer. What did you think?
I thought it looked decent so far.
I didn't like it.
Oh.
I don't like his look.
I don't
the
like
look.
his look at all. He looks like a computer programmer,
Yeah.
and I always pictured Iron Fist, Danny Rand, as being like maybe a shorter-haired surfer,
Uh huh.
but a blonde, blue-haired, not the whole curly hair with a different colored
Yeah,
beard. I
yeah.
don't know the look. I wouldn't have cast him. And when I saw him moving, I don't know what it is about the Netflix stuff. Even Daredevil, there are some of his fight scenes that are not impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That are some of them are off the hook. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on them. But did you see like some of the stuff where they were fighting in the hallway? It literally looked like a guy that you could go into any martial arts
Yeah,
school and watch him throw a
See, I think they're on different levels. I think Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are on the bottom of the fighting ability level.
hands down.
Daredevil's right in the middle, and the top is Iron Fist. He's supposed to be the like where Batman is the ninja master, Shadow. What's their clan called? Shadow
League of Assassins.
League of Assassins. He's the kung fu equivalent of that. He's the head kung fu guy in the world. He's supposed to be one of the best fighters. You can't fake that. You can't take an actor and show him a little bit of martial arts to
Yeah.
pull out.
hate
He's
when
got to
they
be
do that.
the best.
Because if they do that, the only way that they can hide it never truly hides it. They have to cut the camera fast music video style angles
with a
to
stunt
where
guy.
you're never watching it like
Yeah.
like that's one of the things I love about Tony Jaa. The camera
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're seeing him
Yeah.
do him.
Yeah.
I love that
Instead of-
first movie with him.
Ong
You
Bak?
see- Yeah, you see him like sliding under cars, and they would like do like a replay from a different angle so you
Uh-huh.
can see it again.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude.
that is awesome.
Dude, I loved it. That and the Danny Rand thing. If they get that wrong, it's gonna bite.
Yeah,
And
see,
his-
I know nothing about the character, so
His personality is
I don't
almost
know that
kind
much about him, really.
It's almost kind of corny too because he's like he's living in a 70s kung fu movie, like the way he speaks to people and stuff. He's like, "Oh yes, that's very honorable of you, sir."
What
And
on,
everybody
on
else is-
this Netflix version?
No, just in the comic. That's how he
Oh.
talks to people, and it almost comes off corny, like
Remember Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon?
Yeah.
because this guy
yeah.
grew up from I forget when he was orphaned, but he was a little kid all the way up until he was in his 20s. He grew up on Kunlun up in with the monks and stuff, so he doesn't know how to talk to people in the regular world and stuff, and it's kind of comical.
I love that. I seek the master. Oh, the master doing his wisdom thing.
But he's supposed to be the top. Like he trained for 15 years. He got to the top. He did the trial to actually become like one of the masters there, and he was offered immortality. And he chose you could either be immortal, but you can never leave Kunlun, or you can take the power of the Iron Fist and you can go live your life, live a mortal life.
See, man, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed to be a Marvel fan, and
He fought like in a, I guess it was to the death, but he fought a tournament and that pretty much winded him, but he won it and he won the right to join those ranks. And to get the power of the Iron Fist, he went up on a mountain and actually fought a dragon and took its heart.
wow.
That's how he got his Iron Fist power.
Dude, I did 8 years of kung fu and I never read that comic.
Oh, you should.
Did you read it when you were doing kung fu?
should go to a
Not when I was
marathon.
reading Kung Fu, but I read a little bit after. It's cool because like every time he does a move, there's a name for everything he does. Sweeping blow of the dragon, tail whip of the tiger.
You remember
stuff
that
like
in Way of the Dragon with
Yes.
Bruce Lee?
I remember when he does it, dragon whips his tail. I was like, oh, and he just, whoosh,
Yeah.
come on.
I also remember the music that they played right after that was real 70s like
Yep.
box music.
Yep.
Yeah, those long chords.
Yeah, I
there.
love that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want Connor to watch those things, but he is so not having it right now.
That was hard even for me.
Dude, well, that's the whole thing. I don't want to push it because he won't enjoy it, and then I'll lose that potential.
What, that particular movie?
Like any of those kind
just
of-
like old
The
kung fu
70s
theater
stuff,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude.
that one in particular, I loved. If my favorite Bruce Lee movie has to be Enter the Dragon, but right underneath of it is Way or Return of the Dragon, whichever. You know, love those.
I was telling Troy, Chantel doesn't have AMC, so I had to get Sling TV to get
Are
it.
you still digging that?
I do, because one of the channels I get now is El Rey.
El Rey is awesome.
yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching this.
El
I'm
Rey.
like, I was like, hey, Troy, guess what? I'm watching a Kung Fu theater. And get this. Someone insulted someone's master, and it is now on.
It's a duel to the death.
You know what I love is in those
It's like,
old.
have you seen that one?
Oh yes, I have.
It's like, the answer is, well, it's every one of them.
I was like every Saturday afternoon I saw
Yeah.
that one.
mm-hmm.
I used to
Love
love
USA back in the day.
how they would make little noises,
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah.
Haha.
"Hey, you, come over here." Your kung fu's no good.
I love that so much.
Huh? What?
It's so sad.
love it.
It's so sad.
Love
I
it.
absolutely loved watching those.
Dude, I remember watching those as a kid, and literally, I mean, I was like 7 years old, and I'm like, I've got to remember some of these moves, man. Those guys, next time they mess with me, I'm taking some heads off.
Now, I was watching movies like that while I was doing Kung Fu.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
I tell you one thing. I remember when I first started training, and I remember Will saying, the thing that made him go, yeah, this guy's gonna stick around a while. So I was like, yeah, I grew up watching Kung Fu Theater. He goes, oh
You
yeah,
did?
this guy,
He's
this guy's
one of
gonna
us.
Stick around. He's one of us.
Hey, whenever I hear somebody back in the day when they would say that, I was like, well, dude, the sale has already been completed.
Exactly.
If this guy's here, he's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
He's home.
Dude, awesome stuff.
Kung Fu Theater.
So Luke Cage.
Yeah, back to Luke Cage. What you guys think about that scene with Cottonmouth where he stood in front of the Biggie picture with the crown right up?
the Biggie Smalls behind him.
Dude,
in the
I
crowd.
love that because they filmed
Yeah.
it first person right in his
Yeah.
face, and it felt to me like a comic panel that we were getting to see filmed.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It
looking.
definitely
I
the
thought that was
director.
great.
He had some vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say
Now,
that too.
I hate it when he was gone and they changed the picture.
Ah, yeah, right.
Oh, but that said a lot. It's like, yeah, I'm moving in.
Yep.
I think Marvel gets that actual Marvel Studios. That's a thing that they're winning with. That Fox and Sony and all those guys. They're not really pulling it off. They're making movies with superheroes in
Yeah.
them. Marvel is making superhero movies.
Yeah, I
they're
agree.
they're
Totally
taking
agree.
their comic books and making a movie. And DC, I can't blame DC for not doing it because Snyder's the only guy we've had so far. I don't think Snyder gets that, but now that DC's execs are stepping
Yeah.
in, I got some hope that maybe they'll get it right too.
Now wait a minute. You're saying that the execs are like
Jeff Johns.
right?
I think that's his name, Jeff
Yeah.
Johns. He's the one that I've heard like midway through Suicide Squad, he started taking over this
Yeah.
stuff. And he's also like the big guy and head of all the Rebirth stuff as well.
Yeah.
I love
And
his
so
stuff.
so he's
you know
kind
who
of the
just-
one that I'm
Snyder's still
hoping that-
Snyder's still doing Justice League, right?
as far as I know, yeah.
What about Wonder Woman? Is that somebody else?
Yes,
know.
yeah, it is someone else.
It looks so much better. I think.
But
I think it looks great.
I think he is now going to have his fingerprint on the movies now. Like
well,
he
they
has,
need a Kevin Feige, and if it's Jeff Johns, he's got the chops for it.
Yeah.
That guy's
Is
a
that-
talented individual.
yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it? Feige? I
Yeah.
always thought it was Phage.
Dude, I've said that forever, and then
Feige.
I heard somebody else on another podcast in an official capacity talking about that. And I was
Okay.
like, Feige?
Mr.
He's like, you
Feige.
said that wrong.
It's like, you're not allowed to say that a lot of times. It's like a very faux pas. You Feige.
pas.
I need my safe space.
Faux pas.
It's faux pas.
But yeah, I ate that scene up. I loved it.
I love the fact that they're taking steps toward the Defenders.
Mhm.
When is Iron Fist coming out? Top
It's
of
coming
next
out in
year?
March 2017, and then Defenders is 2017 also.
Yeah, but what part? Like the end of the year?
Not-
I hope they
I'm
don't
not
rush
sure.
it. I don't like when they do that. It's like they put them out at the same time. It's like
It'll probably be a good little break because Daredevil and Luke Cage came out this year, but they were a nice little buffer in between.
Let me ask you one character in this first. Shades. Did y'all like Shades?
I kind of dug him.
eh.
I did not like him in the least bit.
I just didn't believe that he would be that controlling and tough because he looked like nothing.
Well, I thought it was cool because he was basically Diamondback's boy, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"I'm here to supervise. You can't touch me, or Diamondback is gonna come
Yeah,
down."
right?
on
Yeah.
you."
Now, one thing I thought was really odd is Mariah, her house. People would just walk in and she had no clue.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, there was
Over and
4
over.
instances.
Over and over, yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, do you not
Like-
shut your
I
doors?
mean, the back door open?
She's supposed to be like a what was she, like a politician,
yeah,
Yeah.
like a council person.
and people just walk on in and you have no clue.
Yep.
Didn't you hate that scene when she was like out there? They're doing a fundraiser, and it was like an outdoor picnic, and they were serving the kids, and she couldn't wait to like get her hands, like get
Yeah.
the sanitizer.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
pigs.
It's
Mhm.
typical,
was like-
probably.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy.
Politicians.
Yep.
But
Germaphobe.
I'm excited for the Defenders. I hope they put together something that is Avenger style. I'm almost thinking they're gonna almost have one scene toward the final battle where they all stand in circle like the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, have that moment for them.
Mini Avengers.
Dude, they got to.
Yeah,
The
that'd be
Guardians
cool.
had it walking through the ship. Yeah, I want the Defenders to have it.
What do you think they'll do with Iron Fist's outfit? Do you think he's gonna get the lime green and yellow outfit?
I
with the
think it
do-rag?
might make an appearance,
Yeah.
but you're not
I'm
going to see
thinking
it.
that too. Just
He looks like he's
cameo.
some pothead walking around in hemp shirts and stuff all the time.
And the
Yeah,
Crocs,
the super collar.
Yeah.
and he's got a messenger bag, which is very kung fu. But now it looks like, okay, you're metrosexual.
No, it looks. I don't know.
He's got the Crocs that have the cloth top, too. I'm like,
They-
that's not kung fu shoes.
They
dude.
haven't let me down with any of the 4 seasons yet, but I don't know. I got my worries about Iron Fist.
That's because you come from a kung fu background.
Yeah.
And the preview did not promise.
No.
You know. maybe his kung fu is not as good as your kung fu.
Possibly.
That's
I
what he
didn't dig
needs.
the whole night nurse romance in the second half. It's too forced. It's like, is there any chick that he's not gonna sleep with?
Well, not only that,
Well,
but
she
like
already-
that's
then they-
Daredevil's girl.
Well, they were already like almost together before.
I mean, what's gonna happen when you get Jessica Jones and her back in the room together? Like, I called you in to help him, and you over here doing that.
Dude, I love it.
Am I not
though.
that wrong?
That I don't have any problem with.
So imagine if
I just thought it felt a little forced.
Who's the other girl that they were in the basement and they were hiding and they kind of got together? Oh, the cop.
Misty
and her-
Knight, yeah.
Mhm.
I dug her.
she
I
was a
thought she was
cutie.
cool. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
she was cool.
Yeah, she was hot. What else? You got any other points on there?
Kind of stinks that Luke Cage's wife completely played him the whole time. Come
Dude,
to find
that-
out
Yeah.
that she used him for those experiments, I was like, man.
Not only
sucks.
that, but
Because he was so in love with her.
yeah, the
Mhm.
fact that he was sincerely like vulnerable and in love, and she was just
Yeah.
like, ha
It
ha,
was all a game for him.
howdy ho.
Pops, y'all like Pops? I liked Pops.
I liked
Love
old Pops.
I didn't like that one quote though. What was that one quote? Never backwards, always forward. or
Always
something like
forward.
that. I was like, yeah, okay, that seems right to me.
What about the new catchphrase that's taking over the world? Netflix and chill is done. Now it's, want to get some coffee?
Oh, want to get some coffee?
Hey, girl. Want to get some
Want to
coffee?
get some coffee?
Mhm.
I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
Uh,
Want to get some coffee?
Dude, that was good.
I don't drink coffee. Neither do I.
Neither do I. Come on.
I couldn't stand Diamondback and his corny overacting.
Hold on. What was it? I just had something I was going to say. I forgot about it. God.
You didn't tell me, so I don't know.
I didn't tell you?
Yeah. Hold on.
Telepathy it.
Use that
No.
ESPN.
I got an empty head over there. I don't know what was going on.
Telepathy it.
Telepathy.
Now, I've heard so much hype about the great music. Were y'all really digging all
Oh
that
my
music?
goodness, I love the music.
I did like the music.
I didn't think it was anything
Dude, come on,
special.
Method Man.
Well, there was a couple people in there that I'll be honest, I didn't know who the artist was.
Mhm.
I didn't know any of them. I didn't recognize any of those
You know
songs.
Method
Like
Man?
like when he did the
Yeah,
Wu
Shay?
Tang. When he listened to Wu Tang, I knew that one, and when Method Man rapped, I knew that one. But all those other independent
I mean,
guys that are up on
I
stage, I
really
didn't know
liked
that.
just being in that club, and you always had like a different group there.
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
love that.
It was cool, but I mean, I wasn't like
love that
in
myself.
love
I
with
was
it.
eating that up.
I'll be honest, I did like it. In fact, I knew what they were doing. They were trying to say, look, the culture that these people are embedded in, that's a real big part of their culture.
He said these people.
These people.
Well, not those people.
Mm.
There's a big difference.
never go full retard. But
But
urban
dictionary.
environments are very, 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 club driven.
Yeah.
Don't
And their
make
social
me go
service.
quote some Trading Places.
Ah,
Those are very musical people.
very musical.
Pot in the tub.
When you think of love, heartbeat round and round. Woo-hoo. Sorry.
You could tell it was important.
Man, you ain't
though,
jacuzzi nobody.
I knew y'all was a bunch of
You could tell it was important. That they-
faggies.
Faggies.
I was trying to beat you to that one.
I saw you down. I was like, I telepathied him. I saw he was going with a faggy.
Beat me by that much.
Dude.
But yeah, you can tell it was important that they made this show because like there was so much pride in Harlem and filming on location, and to
You know
get
what's-
Method Man to come in and write an original song for
Yeah.
the show. It's like,
That was
But
cool.
you know that's an actual show
yeah.
with Shay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sway. yeah.
Very, 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 very
was it?
cool.
I think it's Sway.
Sway. Yeah. I'm thinking of Shea Stadium.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah, he was always on MTV back in the
Yeah, I
day.
mean,
Yeah,
he's got his
yeah.
own there's just radio show up there.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, it is big.
It's funny though because when I was growing up, as a kid, Harlem was the toughest,
Oh, yeah.
worst ghetto. Now, when I got into high school, it was West Coast Compton.
Mm.
And you'd think, oh, Compton, man. When they were talking about Harlem as this rich history, it's like, man, in the 70s, that was like a war zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What great history did this place have?
Well, all throughout the show, they kept name dropping every single episode. This guy. I didn't know any of these people. They were name dropping all the time.
no, but like I said, in that culture it's huge.
Oh yeah.
And they want to recognize those guys. And I knew that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Good on them.
Yeah.
Good on them.
But I mean, they got like Luke Cage. He's like a role model basically, and he's one of the only positive black
Male.
black
role
male
models, right?
Yeah. So I mean, like you had Falcon was the first, and
Mm-hmm.
then Luke Cage, and it's just it's another Captain America basically. It's
I
somebody
love
to look
it.
up to.
And he is the actor Mike Coulter,
Yeah.
Mhm.
is stellar.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did fantastic.
He is so good. I can see he's gonna be in,
Yeah.
entertainment for a long time.
Yeah.
He played it like the gentle giant. Like I have
I'll
the
tell you
power
what.
to crush your skull, but
I hope he
I don't
stays
hurt
with
your
that.
eye.
I thought was amazing, and I don't know why, but when you had him in prison with the fro and everything, I was like, "Is that really the same guy?"
You
a
You
could
could
couple of
barely
times.
recognize.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man!" And then you hear him talk, like, "That is him."
Dude, that was
I
awesome.
like,
That was
"Dude,
awesome.
You the man."
That was a cool episode,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, to be his origin episode, 95% of it was just his time in prison, and then when he actually gets around to getting powers, it was just
An accident.
it was an accident that wasn't
Yeah.
even explained. We're gonna throw you in this
Yeah.
tub. Now you're super strong.
Yeah.
Well, I thought they did explain it. I mean, it wasn't a great explanation, but they did explain what it was. It was supposed to be like a rejuvenation chamber, like,
Uh-huh.
Luke on Hoth.
I don't know. It's like, where'd that come from? How did some dude make it? And, I don't know, it was
But the thing
weird.
about it is that dude was sketchy. The
Yeah.
doctor. I mean, because they were doing experiments.
Uh-huh,
So,
yeah.
yeah, he might have had, like, the cure for cancer, but he goes, yeah, but all these 25 inmates come in here in the next couple of years, they're all going to die.
Yeah,
But it's for the greater good.
I didn't buy that at the end too when he went in there with Diamondback. I'm like, you got one of the worst people in the world. You're gonna go give him superpowers just because you can.
No doubt. I
So
thought
really-
the same thing. Yeah, that was weak.
That's like mad scientist kind of.
Hey, really good stuff. What do we got for next week?
I do want to mention one thing right quick. There's some comic crossovers coming.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Like what?
Well, one of the one I can't wait for because I'm DC. Justice League versus Suicide Squad.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait for that. Is it there? Oh man, I could have sworn I saw.
So it's not
Inhumans.
DC Marvel crossovers.
No. I wish.
Dude.
I think we all wish that.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Justice League versus
The Avengers.
Yeah.
I've got that one. That's back with George Perez.
I
cool,
like George
cool.
Perez stuff.
Yes.
Still waiting for that 6th issue of Sirens.
Ah.
Yeah. So been waiting on that for a long time.
I nodded and gave you a no, I know what you're talking about sound, but I don't know. what
I
that
need
is.
to know. This is good.
Smile
good
and
stuff.
wave,
Good
boys.
stuff.
Smile and
Good
wave.
stuff.
Cute and cuddly.
Was there Inhumans versus X-Men?
Yeah, that comes out this month.
That's coming out, yeah. And I know there's another one. I can't think of it. Doggone it.
I like the Inhumans
Mm-hmm.
stuff that they're putting in the comics. I saw that in the 70s as a kid, and I didn't really get it. And I love that they didn't just kind of disappear. They were kind of around the same time I ever saw Guardians of the Galaxy back then.
See, that kind of makes me think that this whole like X-Men not going away thing was just recently decided, because even in the Death of X, they previewed the Inhumans versus X-Men coming out, and they even say in that preview this is the end of both the Inhumans comic run and X-Men comic run.
Mm-hmm.
So they were planning on ending both of them.
Yeah, I know Josh doesn't want to say this, but there was a recent comic that kind of spoiled some stuff. Didn't you tell me one of the things spoiled Civil War, the ending of Civil War?
It was. I can't remember which one it was.
Oh,
Was
you
it
saw
Doctor Strange?
another one?
No, it wasn't Strange.
What was
I
it?
know I got the comic too, and I didn't read it because you told me
Oh,
about
it was Invince or what?
Oh, don't
it's
tell me.
One of the Iron Mans.
Invincible
Iron Man.
Infamous Iron Man.
Infamous.
Infamous.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom is kind of taking on the role. of
Ah,
Iron
okay,
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know because he told me that he's like, if you haven't read it, don't read it. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah, they talked about stuff that happened in
And
Civil
now
War
he's gonna
issue.
spoil it.
I'm not. They talked about stuff that happened in issue 6 of Civil War before Civil War 6 came out.
It come out
I was
the
like,
next
what are you
week.
doing?
It come out
That's
the
a
next week.
management issue.
Yeah.
Somebody mismanaged it.
You don't get that stuff at DC.
Whatever.
Let's see what else come out recently. Did you ever start Rough Riders?
Nope.
Rough Rider.
That's the one with Teddy Roosevelt's crew.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I keep forgetting these things. Then when I come in, I'm
Animosity,
like,
number 3 come out today. I cannot wait to dig into that.
the only thing that I've been really looking forward to is anything that you guys have read. That, like Rough Rider sounds good to me, but I
Yeah.
forgot about it until you mentioned it again.
'Cause I put it in the comments. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I was like, I don't know.
You ain't read no comment. There was
I-
no bubble beside it.
I did think it was funny that the most comments I think we've gotten on any one of our podcasts was over the cereal.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Everybody can relate to cereal.
Hey,
That-
next
that
week
is it.
be in here. We talk pizzas.
Oh,
That's a discussion.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, with the
pizzas.
restaurants. Yeah, we can even talk about the frozen stuff we get at home.
Yeah.
That's not delivery. That's DiGiorno's.
Chains versus local little.
All right, you're killing me. Now I need my food.
And we need to get.
What's for dinner tonight when you go home?
I have no idea. Probably some more Reese cups with the Reese Pieces thrown in there
For dinner?
for dinner. Why not?
You're killing me.
It's good stuff.
You're lying.
I am not lying. I
You-
got
that-
nothing at home.
No, look. How many of those would make a dinner? Until you puke.
Yeah, well, until tomorrow, I'm waking up and still in a coma with foam coming out of my mouth.
If
Ugh.
I eat stuff like that, I mean, I would enjoy eating it, but it would make
Mm-hmm.
me so sick the next day. I mean, for the whole day, I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not throwing any Three Musketeers in there, so
Oh, well, then, okay, we're okay.
yeah, I'm good.
What about you, Josh? What's for dinner tonight?
I had a
Sheets on the way home.
I had a Stouffer's frozen dinner before.
Yeah, this
Oh,
guy over
Stouffer's.
here, he got me hooked on the macaroni and cheese fried thing.
Fried mac and cheese.
You guys are killing me,
Dude,
man.
I was like this.
Probably gonna
I'm
have a
try
grilled
it,
chicken
It
salad.
doesn't,
I
it
don't
doesn't
have a
sound
choice.
very good. Let me try it. Oh my goodness,
Oh.
it's so good.
All right, I'm done. My head's hurting. I'm so hungry.
It's
Must
legend.
eat.
Wait for it.
Dairy.
Dairy.
Actually, I have to not,
Legendary.
can't have dairy either.
Oh.
You faggy.
Last thing I had was, what do you guys think about the Defenders Netflix characters not being in the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe? You okay with it or no?
I totally understand. What they were saying is the only reason that they didn't want to bring him in wasn't because they wouldn't do a good job or be welcomed. It's because you would have 40 characters with a second of each one, and when you do that, nobody gets good screen time.
I agree that it's too many characters, and I don't think they need them.
Well, they're going to have which movies are coming out? It's going to have like 100 characters.
Infinity War is gonna have a lot of characters.
Yeah.
I forget the exact number, but yeah.
Then you got these other characters kind of thrown in the mix where you don't see them anyway.
That's what I'm saying. They're on this
But
galactic
I will
level
say
now.
this. As much as I love my DC, I like the fact that
They're all in the
they're
same
part of that
universe.
same universe.
Yeah.
DC, there's just like
DC
we
has
got
dropped
two
the
divisions.
ball there. That's so
And
stupid.
I hate that. I mean, they kind
The
of
TV Flash, and then all of a sudden you got a movie Flash. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Dude,
I was thinking about Flash earlier. What do you think about Grant Gustin's role of Flash? Do you think he's a good Barry Allen?
I think he's great, but I'll be honest, I haven't begun this season yet. I'm
Oh, yeah?
like 5 back.
Oh man,
Yeah. I do like it.
I heard the special effects are really good.
it was amazing last night.
Dude, Connor said that too. He said it was fantastic.
These effects are very special.
I won't tell you what's in it, but it was better than Doomsday.
Wow.
That really doesn't take a whole heck of a lot.
I mean, you're better than
If
a
you had
feature
said it's
film.
better than Wonder Woman, I would have been like, okay, now it must be good.
Dude, now you're lying.
Can't be.
Because I'm sorry, that's one of the hottest women God ever made.
No
her
doubt.
effects were very special.
Oh man, have you seen the preview that she's making with Zach Galifianakis and all them? She's in a movie like
Oh,
Keeping
yeah,
Up
yeah,
with
yeah.
the,
Keeping Up with the Joneses or
Yeah,
something?
she's in like a lingerie store. I'm like,
Unreal. I love Zach in that kind of role because it kind of reminds me of Date Night with Steve Carell. Have you ever seen
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Kill shot.
But yeah, you'll see
Kill
Gal,
shot.
Gal Gadot in lingerie. Good
I don't
lord.
know why I thought it was so funny. I'm not a fan of Zach, but when the guys come up pointing the guns and he takes off running. I was like, okay, that's funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What are we at? About an hour and a half?
Just under, yes.
Giggity goo.
Yeah, this was an hour podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Y'all want to rate Luke
Extended
Cage?
version.
You wanna
Do I want to what?
Rate
rate
it.
rate
Oh.
it.
Rate.
Put your roofies away.
No.
Rate.
I give those to myself.
We don't need a roofie colada there, Quagmire.
He gives
Giggity.
roofies to himself so he can take advantage of himself.
Wait, what happened?
That doesn't go there.
Yeah. What happened? What happened?
How's
Mom,
that get
stay
there?
out when I'm cleaning my room.
That's not funny. That hits a little too close to home. But anyway.
I gotta go to the doctor again. I got something stuck up there. Again.
That's a Matchbox car.
What? Lord.
Where'd that gerbil come from? You don't even have a gerbil.
Dude, what were you doing?
We're going to South Park with a gerbil now.
Okay, I'm going to get my jumbo and go home.
That was Richard Gere, man. He actually did that.
Hey,
Richard Gere jokes.
don't
always
matter if that
good.
thing's true or not. You hear that rumor enough, it's true.
Exactly.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
fairly confident that did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful with spreading rumors.
Rate Netflix. Go. Luke Cage.
Netflix is a great thing.
False. Luke Cage.
Luke
Go.
Cage, I give a B minus.
On a scale of 1 to 10, B minus.
What a dork.
Deserve.
Well, I thought that we always go
On a
1 to 10,
scale of
don't
1
we?
to 10.
We always start with the letter and then you make us change the number.
Yes,
Exactly, 'cause-
that is always what we
because,
do.
because numbers are.
I think I want to take my balls and go home.
Yeah. Yes. 2 of them.
Damn.
Yeah.
What do you give it?
We're not owners of the podcast. We're just guests. So
We're
we don't get
Well,
to.
well, you are. He's here every week.
Dude, that's right. I have like a 0.13% ownership in this.
He's
Yes.
like, because I got to lock
Yes.
the door.
I got to lock the door. That's why they let me come
Oh,
in.
yeah, that's true. Legitimate.
Before Cottonmouth died, I gave it a 7, maybe even an 8 out of 10.
And he's reading his
Oh, you're going
review.
that low?
Before,
After?
Yeah. Before, yeah.
before Cottonmouth that low.
After, I'm going 5. I think it was
Wow.
the weakest of all of them.
I mean, for me, the whole season, I would have given about 7.5.
Nice.
Maybe 7.5. Something like right
I was
there.
thinking 7. If I had to
Yeah,
give a
7.5.
number, 7.
I remember watching Daredevil, and those scenes just excited me and hyped me up so much.
Yeah.
I don't recall a single thing doing that to me for Luke Cage.
I'll tell you one of my favorite Daredevil scenes, besides like going down the stairs against the bikers.
Yeah.
In that warehouse with a huge hole in the
Uh-huh.
ground, that fight scene,
Yeah.
that looked like a comic book.
And you think they were going to overrun it. You think he was going to lose.
Dude, I was like, that is straight out of if I would have flipped open a Daredevil
I
comic.
mean, if I
Yeah.
know my favorite Daredevil scene, it was when he finally got the thing with the rope thing. What was that thing?
Yeah. I know what you're
stick-
talking about.
the
Yeah.
Billy Clubs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, when it's got that string, that extend where he can control how far it goes.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Manriki Gusari.
Sounds
I
legit.
didn't smell no man reeking. I don't know what you're
Hey,
talking
man,
about.
you wanted some knowledge? I dropped the knowledge.
He brought the cream of some young guy.
Good knowledge.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
No, he did. So, anything else, guys?
No, I can't wait. Doctor Strange this weekend.
Strange.
Doctor
this
Strange.
People-
Iron Fist
After
in March.
that, I'm going to a comedy show, an improv comedy show in Roanoke. I cannot wait for this.
Take some pictures.
I don't know if they'll let me, but at some point I will scream out alpacas. Alpacas.
Yeah.
One of the guys. Did you guys listen to the podcast from Roanoke?
Yes, thankfully that's only once a year.
Yeah, yeah. Dennis Hayes. That was Josh.
Yep, that was me.
Tap him out 10 ways from Sunday.
Dude, I don't know what it is, but every year when they get on the radio, they're like bullying me. I'm like, what did you guys do to me? What did I do to
Did I say
y'all?
anything bad about
Oh,
me?
dude, don't listen to it.
Really?
They
Yep.
said something about you and alpacas. I don't know.
And the alpaca stuff that was going on and on. I'm like, my God.
It's one that I don't know what. It's this running gag that one of the guys has about alpacas. I don't know what it is, but he's the one that does the improv show. So if they ask anything from anybody, I'm yelling out alpacas. So Kevin, get ready for alpacas.
Love it.
Do something really good with alpacas.
Hooray.
So I believe that's about everything. We can cut it off at alpacas.
Alpacas.
Josh, anything?
No, sir.
T Rizzle?
Nothing.
And you guys have an incredible day.
Peace out.
See ya.